Just a quick little update before I wrap it up for the evening. Been cleaning some stuff. I haven't got around to all this stuff yet. That'll be tomorrow, hopefully. And I'm gonna polish up all this metal. I had to steal a screw off of here because one was missing over on the mini Playfield, but making progress. Oh yeah, and I found this box full of black hole Playfield parts, which has come in handy, mostly because I changed all of these star posts. For the most part, in the lower Playfield, you won't even see the majority of these, and the ones that you do see, you'll barely see because it's in the lower Playfield. But they were all just a little bit browny, and I was able to pick kind of the best of them all out of the box there, and I think I changed all but maybe 3 or 4 good ones. So I kind of cleaned them all up with water, toothbrush, cloth, and I took my steel brush to all of the metal posts because they were crusty. Let's see, where's an example? You know, they kind of look like that. So I gave them a brush. Again, you're not going to see any of those. They're all going to be covered with post caps, but I got to at least give it a little bit of a clean. I mean, I can't just put on nasty on a nice shopped out Playfield. My little trick for cleaning the grooves on the Gottlieb flipper bats is steel brush. They were a little crusty in the grooves. Now they're not so much. So the Playfield is clean. I don't know what the problem with focusing is today. I'll have to obviously give it a final novicing after I do some Playfield touch-ups, like here and here. I removed the remaining pop bumper mylar that was there. Now both are removed. And plugging away slowly but surely. Oh, I guess the biggest thing was my mic just fell down and banged onto the rotisserie. I wonder how that sounded. Okay, so the biggest thing that took most time was taking these completely apart and putting them back together. You can't really get rid of this tarnish stuff unless you re-nickel plate it, but I'm not doing that. But most importantly, there we go, moving beautifully. I'm happy with that, very much so. I don't know if you remember before, but this guy was definitely not moving almost at all. And I determined that this plate had been bent out a little bit, so this wasn't perfectly perpendicular. It was kind of out on that angle, this post here, and it's still not perfect. I'm not exactly, like, you can just even see this line here compared to this line here. It's still a little wonky. I don't want to mess it up beyond repairability, so look at this. Like, it is free and clear and doing what it needs to do. So I'm gonna try that. Hey, look, this coil was replaced. This is a quality coil. Interesting. I just realized that now. And then I cleaned the tube. I used magic eraser on the outside, and I used also magic eraser on the inside, and I just pushed it through with like a metal yardstick and got the inside of it. And then I dried it the same way with like a little cloth. So these mechs completely taken apart, cleaned up, put back together, and now functional. And then I put my tube back in. I was pretty happy I marked that up because I got it in the exact same spot, so hopefully it works as it should. So these can now all go into my box of parts. I think it's all black hole stuff in there, so I might have to refer to this often. It's good to have these spare Siamese posts too. Yeah, the one screw that was missing was this guy here. So I just went to the parts pile. That's the only thing that's really been missing so far, except one of the pop bumper caps, but I found that as well. Oh yeah, the last thing, not last thing, but next thing I have to do is replace that post. I found out what it is. Let's see if I can find that post in here. Actually, I'm pretty sure I saw one. It is this. So that goes there. I'm going to beef up the hole before I stick that in there. Why that's missing, I do not know. The thread, the hole, looks like it's still even got threads in it, so it doesn't look that stripped. So yeah, maybe I'll beef it up with a toothpick if needed, and that will go back in there. And I cleaned up all the switches with my Dremel. This guy here, pop bumper sockets, clean the bottom. Oh, I forgot to actually clean the edges. Did I clean the edges? Well, let's just do that. Okay, I'll set you down. This is kind of what I use to do the bottoms of the pop bumpers, like so. That way you got good contact on the bottom of the bulb. And then hold on one moment. Just changing my Dremel bit here. This is the wire brush bit. Oh, wait, let's go back this way. Yeah. And then this works for there, and there, and getting in those sockets that are way down low. So I did all those sockets. That's a good little strategy to use. Yeah, so it's coming along, and I'm hoping by tomorrow it'll be rubbered and all the metal rails and mostly put back together. I mean, I don't see why not. So we will attempt to get that done tomorrow. All right, later.